Hello everyone, this is Kalpana working as an assistant professor in SNS College of Technology at Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department. Today we are going to discuss about recurrence relation. Uh, these are all the steps we need to follow when we are going to frame an recurrence relation for recursive algorithms. So let's begin this session. So these steps we need to follow. First we have to decide the parameters, that is the input size. Okay, we have to decide on the input size, and next is what type of operation I am going to perform, whether I am going to compare any whether I am going to do any comparison operation, or else I am going to perform any addition, subtraction, multiplication. Like that, I have to identify the basic operation that I am going to perform on this algorithm. And next is I have to check how many times the basic operation is being executed in this algorithm. That is also important. First, I have to design the parameter, which means a parameter indicating an input size, and next is the basic operation I need to identify what type of operation I am going to perform in my algorithm, and then how many times that operation is being executed, that is also important. So next is we have to, based on these things, we have to derive an recurrence relation, okay, with the appropriate base condition, initial condition. And next is we need to solve the recurrence relation in order to find the growth of the algorithm. Okay, so these are all the 5 steps we need to concentrate when we need to frame an recurrence relation for the recursive algorithms. And just consider calculating factorial of a number. We can write a factorial algorithm with the help of an recursive, or else with the help of a non-recursive fashion also we can write this factorial algorithm. We'll see how it can be done with the help of a recursive algorithm, recursive manner. So just consider a factorial. If I want to calculate factorial for 5, okay, I need to calculate factorial for 5 factorial. What I'll do, so I have to multiply 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, correct? So like this I have to multiply the numbers till I get 1. From 5 to 1 I have to multiply all the numbers, then only I will get factorial as 120, 5 factorial. So this can be written as 5 into 5 minus 1 factorial. Am I right? 5 minus 1 factorial. So this factorial can be written as 5 into 5 minus 1 factorial. When I am going to calculate factorial for 5, I can write 5 into 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is what? 4. 4 factorial. So the number 5 into 4 factorial is what? I can write this 4 factorial as 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So finally I am going to get 120. So why I am doing this this thing 5 into 4 factorial, 5 into 4 minus 1, because I am going to calculate factorial in a recursive manner. With the help of a single operation, I am going to perform this factorial. Repeatedly, I am going to multiply this thing. So, for doing that, I am deriving this 5 into 5 minus 1. If you want to generalize this statement, I can write as n into n minus 1 factorial, correct? N into n minus 1 factorial. Okay. So if I want to convert this into a recursive function, what I can do? So this is the recursive function for factorial. This is function f of n. So inside that, if n is equal to 0, that is 0, it returns 1. Okay. If n value is 0, it returns 1. else I am going to calculate f of n minus 1 into n factorial. That's what we have done here, n into n minus 1. So n minus 1 into n. So I am going to calculate this f of n minus 1. I am going to call this function recursively. This f is nothing but the function name. Here I have given f. If you have given factorial, as per your wish, you can give whatever the name you want. So the same can be given here, fact of n minus 1. So n minus 1 times I am going to call this function recursively, okay, into n. So this is the function I am going to write for calculating factorial in a recursive manner. So let's decide on the parameters. First we need to identify the input size. So here we have given n itself as an indicator, that is input size is n here. Next, the basic operation we need to identify. What operation I am doing? Always see here 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So here also multiplication symbol alone is there, right? So repeatedly what I am doing is I am just multiplying the multiplying the numbers till I reach 1. Okay, so the basic operation of this algorithm is nothing but multiplication. Okay, so how many times this multiplication is being executed? N times. So if you see, n times the multiplication is being executed. Okay, I can write this function as f of n minus 1 into n. Okay, the same function we have written here now. The same is written here.